So the next group is the SDXI TWG. Shamayr, hello, good morning.
Good morning. Hey, everybody. So SDXI stands for Smart Data Accelerator Interface, and I'm the chair for this technical working group. Quick on the charter, we haven't changed the charter other than add some more around software work that the group is going to be doing. So definitely check out our charter there. We are still a standard for a memory-to-memory data mover and acceleration interface. A quick recap, we started only in 2020 and released our first 1.0 specification in 22. So whole of 23, we spent a good amount of time in telling the industry about the work that we did and the 1.0 specification. So we had a press release that came out that showcased the support that we are receiving from the industry for the specification. So definitely check out on that. Cool fact, we became an award-winning group at FMS 2023. We did win the Most Innovative Memory Technology Award. And it's a good thing for the group that just came out with the 1.0 specification. We received some coverage on from just IT and the Storage Tech Field Day, some of who are here in the audience today as well. And one of the things that I would highlight is, what we did the 1.0 specification release, but we also have not lost track of the software work that is required to help a specification like this. So very software focused group got kicked off within the TWG. Initial contribution from AMD helped us to start a OS independent software library that uses an SDXI based implementation. And then we also started working closely with the computational storage TWG, and a presentation involving the joint thinking that we had was also presented at SDC. So definitely check out on that. It will bring out some new ideas to collaborate here. We're still a very active group, 25 plus member companies and 100 plus individual members. We have a high level of participation in our work group. So as we look forward, our work items are kind of split in at least some of these main buckets. The software work item is around encouraging more compliant implementations on software and driver models. So while I did mention we have a user space OS independent library work that has been happening in the software group in the TWG, that is also enabling the driver work that is happening in two major OSs. And so we're very happy with the participation of the OS vendors in that, along with the folks who are writing the driver. And this is also helping in discussion around how can we emulate SDXI devices so we can enable a larger software ecosystem. And all of that discussion is happening in the software-focused group meetings. As far as the specification is concerned, we're not resting with 1.0. We've been developing a framework for what is a 1.1 feature and what is a possible 2.0 feature. So all of the below features that I put in there are being bucketed in what is a possible 1.1 and a part 2.0 feature. So primarily, we are trying to look at how we can expand the kind of operations we can do by making them more definable. We're looking at new operations like POSIX style memory operations that we can use for memory data movement. We're looking at the connection manager that we need to do for cross-address based data movement. And general security features like how would memory data movement look like when there is confidential memory involved, what kind of RAS or quality of service or latency improvements that we could do in the next versions of the spec. In general, we will continue to do work on educating and encouraging the adoption among the various vendors. The collaboration with the CS TWG has been fantastic, so we look forward to doing that in 24, as well as find opportunities to liaison more with Compute Express Link or CXL. As a memory-to-memory data mover, we see a lot of synergy in getting into that space as well. So this is our active member list as of today, and we do have different participation from different CPU vendors, OS vendors, chip vendors, OEMs, and as such, and that continues to grow as we go to our next phase. So what's our impact here, right? So the main thing that we are trying to look at is there's a lot of proprietary vendor-specific implementations of DMA and memory data movers out there. SDXI is becoming the new standard for for these DMA engines, irrespective of where it's being implemented, what kind of form factor, what kind of interconnect, uh, you know, and it's meant to be an extensible and forward compatible interface. So additional kind of operations are also being looked at I mean, SDXI is being looked as the home for those kind of operations. So I think the industry impact is huge, considering we haven't had a standardized data mover for our industry yet for memory. And in terms of the industry segment, we've always had the OEMs, the cloud vendors. We also have active participation from OS vendors, so I definitely encourage more if you're not one of them. We are also seeking for more application ISVs to come and bring their use cases as we get the software ecosystem up and running. We've had hardware acceleration vendors participate quite extensively. Something new is the storage vendors that have come in as because of the collaboration with the computational storage twig. And as we look for further, I expect hardware IP block vendors to start participating here as well, because in SDXI implementation as an IP block is it can find home in various devices. And going along with that, I would also encourage test and measurement vendors who build equipment to analyze different type of traffic to also enable SDXI into their portfolio as we go about expanding the scope of the ecosystem that needs to get supported. So if you're looking to join and participate in the twig, definitely come to monitor, contribute, or vote. Like I mentioned, there are two main things. One is the specification focus group that meets every week. There's also a software focus group that meets every week. And outside of this, we also meet with the computational storage group every other week that you may want to come and participate. So if you need more information, or you can contact me at SDXI Twig Chair at SNIA.org.